Yeah, I mean, my main takeaway here is just like, I think Xbox and Microsoft are mature enough as businesses now and have enough learnings from the other part of their business to just be like, hardware is a shit business to be in at the end of the day. Like the margins are razor thin. Most hardware sells at a loss. And I think as they continue to evolve the brand and the Xbox business, just de-risking how much of that is tied to hardware and increasing the percentage of revenue and the percentage of their development that goes to the software side of the business. I would not be surprised if a decade from now, we are ceasing to like launch new Xbox hardware, at least in the state that we know it to be today. And I think this is the first steps of that. An update on the path of Xbox games, as in Xbox Studios, coming to PlayStation and coming to Switch and third-party platforms. So we're recording this during Gamescom, and there was rumors of this. This is a quote from a short interview from Phil Spencer talking about the announcement for the new Indiana Jones game and just the general strategy of Xbox expanding to competitor platforms. And this clip is from the Double Barrel Gaming YouTube channel.
Going to the PlayStation announcement, obviously last spring, we launched 4 games, 2 of them on the Switch, 4 of them on PlayStation, and we said we're going to learn. We said we'd watch, and I think at Showcase I might have said from our learning we're going to do more. What I see when I look is our franchises are getting stronger. Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been.
Amazing.
So I look at it and I say, okay, our player numbers are going up for the console platform. Our franchises are as strong as they've ever been. And we run a business. Like, it's definitely true inside of Microsoft. The bar is high for us in terms of the delivery that we have to give back to the company, because we get a level of support from the company that's just amazing in what we're able to go do. So I look at this, how can we make our games as strong as possible? Our platform continues to grow, both on console, on PC, and on cloud. And I think it's just gonna be a strategy that works for us. And the last thing I'll probably say is I think as an industry right now, there's a lot of pressure on the industry. It's been growing for a long time, and now people are looking for ways to grow. And I think that us as fans, as players of games, we just have to anticipate there's going to be more change in how some of the traditional ways that games were built and distributed. That's going to change. That's going to change for all of us. But the end result has to be better games that more people can play. If we're not focused on that, I think we're focused on the wrong things. So for us as Xbox, health of Xbox, health of our platform, and our growing games, most important things.
So a lot of corporate speak there to unpack, but I think we actually can learn quite a bit from how Phil Spencer speaks about their learning so far and the plan moving forward. So what are my takeaways, both from what Phil said there and just from the different articles and research that I've done on this? So what do we know? Earlier this year, around February, there was the announcements of initial 4 games that were coming from Xbox to competitor consoles, to both Switch and PlayStation 5. This was Hi-Fi Rush and like 3 other games. It wasn't like their largest titles. I think Sea of Thieves was one of them. And they said they're going to watch this and learn. What Phil is basically saying there is, at the end of the day, they think the opportunity cost of having less platforms exclusives is less than the incremental gain from getting sales outside of their core platform. That's how I'm unpacking what they're saying. And I think the key phrase that he says is, at the end of the day, we're a business. So their initial experiment and the learnings are pointing to there's more revenue to be gained from being a software on other platforms and getting more install base than the incremental value of exclusivity of at least their B and C tier franchises.
I mean, Xbox is a good brand. You're an Xbox Pass, Game Pass maxi, right? And I mean, Game Pass, I think we are fairly bullish on it as a business case long term. At least I am. I think it will work eventually. We'll see. The thing that's clear, though, is that PlayStation has a much larger install base in the current generation. And so if they're trying to just gain revenue, which they clearly are, they need to go to where the installs are. And the installs are on PlayStation. And so that's what's happening. And I think, that it makes a lot of sense. And, previously they had the capacity to push people on the Xbox using first-party titles. For whatever combination of reasons, this generation, people are not as bullish on Xbox. And I think it's a reasonable thing for them to do. I mean, the thing that's interesting about Game Pass is that you can use on PC, and Xbox and Microsoft are a PC-focused company as much as they are an Xbox-focused company and a server-focused company. So yeah, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, my main takeaway here is just like, I think Xbox and Microsoft are mature enough as businesses now and have enough learnings from the other part of their business to just be like, hardware is a shit business to be in at the end of the day. Like the margins are razor thin. Most hardware sells at a loss. And I think as they continue to evolve the brand and the Xbox business, just de-risking how much of that is tied to hardware and increasing the percentage of revenue and the percentage of their development that goes to the software side of the business. I would not be surprised if a decade from now we are ceasing to like launch new Xbox hardware, at least in the state that we know it to be today. And I think this is the first steps of that.
My question is, are we on the last Xbox hardware cycle? And are we seeing incremental improvements from this point forward, more akin to what you see on, I don't know, any other platform, not the big blockbuster once-a-decade releases?
I don't think that we are on the last cycle, but I think we are in the era where it is being actively discussed in meetings inside Xbox, inside Microsoft. That would be my guess.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. As always, the pod is brought to you by our team at Uptick. Here at Uptick, we help games grow. We do all the various work and provide all the analytics and software to scale your games more profitably. So if you're scaling a cool game, reach us on our website. It's uptick.com, UPPTIC.com.
Talk soon.